Welcome to Madtown, Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Wisconsin Badgers and Camp Randall Stadium. This behind-the-scenes video going to give you a look around the Big Ten's oldest stadium, Camp Randall. This version, built in 1917, has obviously been updated quite a bit since then. Right now we're starting at the top corner of the upper deck. Why? Well, I want to give you a look around Madison as well. Really nice city, and it is very much the peak of fall here right now. Lots of colorful leaves out there. Just an absolutely beautiful college football Saturday here in Madison. So just to give you a little bit of a lay of the land, that is the field house right next door. Camp Randall built in 1917. The field house built around 1930. It has been replaced in a lot of ways by the Kohl Center, the new basketball arena, but it is still a very historic venue here at Camp Randall and at the University of Wisconsin. So we're going to end up walking all the way down to the field, give you a real look around this place and get a sense for the whole stadium. They do the thing that a lot of schools do. They'll fly flags of all the other Big Ten schools up there. The Ohio State flag. The very end, last one on the stadium. So we'll head down all these stairs, all the way down the upper deck, and down towards the field. It is a long way down there, but got a good view. For as far away as you are, it is a clear view, nice angle to everything. This is a really nice stadium. They've done a nice job updating it quite a bit. One of the things that they've updated, you can see across the way, and that's some of the suites that they've put over there. The press box over here. That's probably not quite as updated as the suites. You look at the names and the years on those suites over there. Ellen Amici, Ron Dane, Elroy, Crazy Legs Hirsch, Ellen Richter. I mean, there's some famous names over there. Big Ten champions over there. It's funny where they have that split, 1896 to 1962 is on one side, and then there's a 31-year gap in the middle, and then Barry Alvarez shows up, and then 1993, 1998, 1999, 2010, 2011, 2012. It is the modern era of Wisconsin football. Has also included a lot of Rose Bowls. They have the Rose Bowl underneath the Big Ten champions list, 1953, 1960, 1963. And then Barry Alvarez shows up, and then 1994 Rose Bowl, 1999 Rose Bowl, 2000, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2020. This is a place that reveres the Rose Bowl. It is a big part of the Barry Alvarez story, big part of the modern Wisconsin football story. So we're going to head down the upper deck here and then walk over, and we're going to end up going underneath the stadium. We're inside the stadium anyway. Give you a look at the concourses and the ramps and all that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff they have under here. This is an older stadium, so the concourses are not particularly big, not particularly wide. This is on the pregame show. I compared this a little bit to Wrigley Field, which I'm sure is not a particularly popular comp in a city filled with Milwaukee Brewers fans, but here we are. This is a very, very old stadium that they've done a nice job modernizing, but also it's kind of limited in some ways because you're sort of fenced in by roads and all that kind of stuff. And just to give you a sense for that, when we get down here, I'll give you a look over the edge. There is a neighborhood right across the street here. So there's only so much you can do in terms of widening these concourses. That's the pretty relatively narrow sidewalk, and then a street, and then a neighborhood. So there's not much you can do in terms of pushing the walls out 50 feet and really widening the concourses. You're somewhat landlocked here. Again, could not be a nicer fall Saturday here. All right, so we'll head down the ramp here. This is the red ramp in the corner of the stadium. Here's another example of some of the stuff they've done. The fifth quarter patio here. They know how to have fun in Madison. Got some dining areas and tables and all that kind of stuff, in addition to the suites. Here's a look at the seats underneath the upper deck. Kind of like B deck in Ohio Stadium, where you got an overhang. They do not have pillars here though, so that makes a big difference in terms of not having obstructed views. Again, really not a bad seat in the house here. Here's a quick look at some of the suite areas. You got indoor, inside seating, but then you also have a little bit of an outdoor area. You got TVs and all that kind of stuff. Nice place to watch the game if you have the money for it. Now we're going to go out into the stands, because now we're in that lower bowl area. Give you another look around the field house just over there. Really an iconic college football venue, one that you see it and it really kind of reminds you of some great moments in college football, especially in Big Ten football. We're going to head down to the field now. This is a stadium that runs north-south, as most of them do. Washington a few weeks ago was one of those rare exceptions where the field runs east-west. The south, obviously, to the right, which is where the sun is coming from. I'll show you the field right now, and then we'll go back into the areas underneath the stands just so you can sort of see in there as well. The Big Ten Rivalry Series logo painted out there. The student section is down there. When they are jumping around over there. You can tell that's the section that doesn't have, in the end zone, that does not have seat backs. That's all the student section down there. Here's the midfield logo. The Motion W is the technical name for that. There's a closer look at the years and the numbers up on the press box, or on the suites over there. And we're gonna head back down. I'll show you just where the Ohio State equipment truck is, and we will call it a day. While we're walking over there, you have some time to hit the thumbs up and to think about who I want to share this video with. Share it on your social media. Helps other folks find these. Give you a quick look around from field level while we're down here. In case you're wondering, the construction crane, they're building a new athletic facility next door, like a training facility. So that's not part of the stadium, but it's right next door.
No, he has, Wayne still has his knife.
So we'll head over here. The Buckeyes and all the visiting teams come out right over here. Come out from down that hallway there, you can see the flags and all the stuff that the cheerleaders will have for when the team runs out. And then we'll finish it up here. All these stadiums have a loading dock and a ramp to bring in all the gear, all the stuff for the game, all the stuff the team needs, all the equipment and everything else. That's right here. And there's the Ohio State equipment truck. So there you go. Your look around Camp Randall Stadium from the top of the top row all the way down to field level. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you share this with other folks on social media, text it to people, whatever it is, share it with them. And then we'll have many more of these coming up in future weeks as football season continues. If you guys enjoyed that, we will see you next time.